So let's talk about great legal. What are some of the benefits people can get when they you know come to you for legal consulting matters?
So the first thing is, I'm an immigrant myself, so I understand the plight of immigrants.
Thank you all for joining us on another episode of IWing Marketplace Chit Chat, where we give the opportunities for entrepreneurs to talk about themselves and what they do, so we can either learn from them or connect with them. Right here with me, I'm with Sandy. Thanks for joining us, Sandy.
Thank you very much for having me, Ivan. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, this feels like a job interview. The last time I had this
No.
question was a job interview. Okay, so my name is Sandra Ndangha. I'm a Cameroonian. I'm from Cameroon. I live in San Diego, California. I am an immigration consultant, bonded with the California Secretary of State. I'm a CBA corporate lawyer, and I am an ardent healthy lifestyle advocate. And just to add,
Wow.
I'm a mom of two.
Wow, that's amazing. You got a lot on your profile. I
Looks like
love that. So help us understand what Grit Legal is all about.
Okay, so Grit Legal is an immigration consultancy firm. What we do is we specialize in everything immigration and naturalization related paperwork. We help our clients navigate administrative bottlenecks, avoid delays, and get all the right forms for them to avoid mistakes that can lead to denials and delays in their immigration paperwork. And we also help those who are looking to immigrate to the United States. And let me just use this opportunity to say this. We are not a travel agency. We do not have lines. We help people immigrate to the United States with the right document by exploring their chances to see what is possible for them to live the American dream.
Wow, this is amazing with what you're doing in the community, supporting people in order to get their things straight, and I'm really impressed,
Thank you, Evan. Thank you. I
You're
love your work too.
welcome. Thank you very much. So, a lot of time in our community, uh, sometimes people like to do things themselves, whereas consulting with someone who can really help them, who understand the process, they will try to defer that to do it themselves, But why is it important to, see an attorney to help you, like with your legal issue, like immigration and stuff?
So it is important to get a licensed professional, an immigration consultant, an immigration attorney to help you out with immigration documents. And this is because the forms are always changing, laws are always changing. You just want to be able to make sure that you got the right form and that you got the right procedure for your whatever it is that you want to do that is immigration related. I understand people want to DUI, do it yourself, some of these things, which can be done. It can be done. But just make sure that you're filling out the documents properly and you're getting all the right information, because some statements can be ambiguous. And if you can't interpret those statements, you are going to give the wrong information, which is not, maybe it's not what is needed. And after that, you come to an immigration consultant and or an immigration attorney and start pushing for affidavits to correct all this, delaying your process, which can even lead to a denial. So why do you want to go through all the hassle of doing this when they are licensed professionals who can actually help you. This is not a food recipe. This is immigration we're talking about. It affects your life. It affects the life of your family. So if you have the opportunity to be able to get a licensed professional to do it for you, do that. This is not hair growth serum that you're just going to get something off the internet and then you try it. You can't be playing with your future like that.
I love the example you made of, you know, this not being like a food recipe. That's so funny.
It's not a food recipe. You have to, you don't play with your future like that.
That's so true. I agree with you 100%. And thanks for pointing out that, you know, and we're here today, you know, part of the reason is to talk about the protective order, which is something wonderful that has been granted to Cameroonians everywhere, you know, who are based in the US. Can you tell us more about that?
So let's go back. So in 1990, the Congress passed, a law was sent to Congress that allows America to give protective immigration status to countries who have ongoing armed conflict, environmental disaster, or any form of disaster in their country. So Cameroon, the ongoing armed conflict in Cameroon and the rise of Boko Haram in the north has actually been recognized by the United States government, and that's why they granted Cameroon the TPS, that's the temporary protective status. This was granted on April 14th, 2022 of this year.
Wow.
So that's basically the category under which the TPS was granted for Cameroonians residing in the United States.
That's amazing. So what are Cameroonians, or who is this for? Like, which are the people that can apply for this TPS?
Okay, so that touches on the point of eligibility. I'm going to try as much as possible not to give legal advice to known clients.
Mm-hmm.
So typically, those who stand to benefit from this the most are undocumented Cameroonians that are living in the United States. And also, those whose visas are set to expire. Essentially, if you're not able to return to your country of origin safely without being harmed by the government or without being caught in the crossfire of the armed conflict in the north and the southwest, or the Boko Haram in the north, in the far north, then you are eligible for TPS. But if you have any confusion about your eligibility to know if you eligible for this, then this will be something to meet a licensed professional to look at your case in particular to see if you are eligible.
That's nice. That's a good one there. So when is the best time to apply?
Typically, it's the first 6 months, like right now. As soon as we get the modalities for the application in the Federal Register, that's the time to start applying, so that you can beat the backlog.
Nice. And if you're watching, Sandy is a legal, or is an attorney, an immigration attorney. So, you know, this is the consultant. So this is the best time to start connecting with her and asking all kind of questions that you have, so that she can best respond to them. Of course, she's going to give us 1 or 2 tips, but she cannot give legal advice online due to restriction of the profession, I guess.
Yes.
So let's go down to some simple problem that I think people may have. You know, we may have some people that have been in the US for quite some time, and, you know, they must have misplaced their passport, or their passport must have expired. Can they still apply?
That again touches on eligibility, but yes, one of the main criteria to be eligible for TPS is you have to show proof that you're a national of that country. So yes, you can show proof. It can be your birth certificate, it can be your passport, even the expired one. So you just have to be able to show proof that you are a national of the said country that was granted a TPS, and in this case, Cameroon.
Nice. And if you apply for TPS, right, can you still apply for different immigration stuff like probably asylum or different things like that?
Yes, you can. So TPS is an immigration status which doesn't affect any other status. So if you apply for a TPS, which is meant to last for 18 months, you can still go ahead and apply for an asylum, because the asylum is what is going to open your pathway to the green card. The TPS is just a temporary protective status, which
Wow.
gives you the stability to be able to plan what you want to do next. And there is a high probability, because the conflict that is ongoing in Cameroon has been going on for like 5 years. It's as old as my daughter. So if you apply for it now, and then there's a high probability that the conflict is not going to end anytime soon. So the TPS might be extended, because the Department of Homeland Security has the right to extend the TPS 6 months before it expires. So that gives you enough time. It gives you stability to be in a status, and you can go ahead and apply for employment authorization document, travel document, just by having your TPS.
Wow, nice. So if you qualify for this TPS and you're, undocumented, right? And then you get granted this status, can you travel out of the US and come back in?
Yeah, you have to apply for an advance parole to be able to travel out of the United States and come back.
Okay, that's nice. You've given
But
us.
just to note this,
Mhm.
they can't grant you TPS that you can safely return to your country of origin, and then you apply for a travel document and go to Cameroon.
Right. That
Because the
actually.
TPS is protecting you as a national of that country. So if you apply for a travel document and you're going to Cameroon, you're not in any danger. So you might as well just stay there.
Wow. Even that one, at least I know that one. So let's talk about Grit Legal. What are some of the benefits people can get when they come to you for legal consulting matters?
So the first thing is, I'm an immigrant myself, so I understand the plight of immigrants. When your immigration documents or your status is unclear, it affects everything around your life. It affects you from reaching your highest potential. Your life literally becomes a mess. So I understand that plight of immigrants, and we do not leave any stone unturned when it comes to that, because I am a strong advocate for people reaching their highest potential. So if I know that your immigration status being rectified, or you getting the right procedure, or you moving to the United States is going to help you reach your highest potential, then we are going to do everything possible to get you that. And secondly, as our name goes, grit is passion and perseverance. Like you set goals and follow through. And that's what we do with every client. When we set a goal for you, no matter the obstacles, just like grit, no matter the obstacles, we make sure we follow through. And for Cameroonians, they get a better advantage when they work with our firm, because as a CBA lawyer as well, if you're looking to immigrate to the United States and all the affidavits of support and stuff like that we need, we still have a firm back home that is going to help you to get all of that. And for people who are applying for alien petitions, I-130s for fiancés, husbands, wives, kids, adoption, and all of that, you're going to need some civil documents from Cameroon. And so you're getting like a two-in-one. you're getting a lawyer in Cameroon, and then you're getting a licensed immigration consultant in the US. So you don't, that's a big advantage for Cameroonians when they work with us.
Wow, that's amazing. And I like the way you explain it, so simple and nice, you know. But I have this one question, you know, I know you're based in the US, and I know most people around the US, you know, can consult you for immigration matters. What about people that are living in Cameroon? Can they consult with you?
We've had many clients consult us from Cameroon, but I think a bulk of our clients now come from Dubai, Cameroonians in Dubai.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're
We've had,
basically saying people all over the world can, you know, consult with
we,
Great Legal.
yes, you can consult with Great Legal if you're looking to immigrate here and you're somewhere out of the US. But if you're in the US, you're looking to legalize your stay in the US, looking to apply for your work permit, asylum, all those other immigration stuff, we can help you with that. But for those who are looking to immigrate to the United States, you can consult us from anywhere. And I have to say this, I can't say this enough. We are not a travel agency. We do not have lines.
Guys, are you listening? You can consult with Great Legal from anywhere, and they'll be able to answer your question. Be it, you know, how you can, you know, best fill up your forms or anything that they can help you with, you know. Can you tell us more about your immigration consulting?
So as I said earlier, we specialize in everything immigration and naturalization related paperwork to meet your needs. So we help our clients navigate administrative bottlenecks, avoid delays, mistakes that can cause denials as well. And we help those who are looking to immigrate to the United States by exploring their various options to see how they can safely move here and make the American dream come true.
That's wonderful. Keep doing this beautiful services that you're, you know, offering to our community. We love that. And that is what IWing Marketplace is all about, you know, giving the possibilities for people to connect with you and you also to connect with them. But we've talked a lot about immigration issues and stuff like that, and we have not had the chance to know a little bit about Sandy. You know, what drives Sandy? You know, what are the impetus?
Two things drive me. Two. The first one is my family. Mm-hmm. I want my family to have a better life. I want my family to be able to reach everyone, my kids, to be able to reach their full potential. And secondly, the fear of failure. Ivan, I don't like to fail. Those are the two things that drive me.
That's nice.
I don't like to fail at all.
And what do you do when you're not, you know, consulting with clients? What do you do for fun, you know?
I love tennis, but I suck at it.
Which of them? Long tennis or ping
yeah,
pong?
the long tennis. I love it, but I suck at it. And I read a lot. And this is not just because of my profession or anything like that. I started reading, like when kids will be out playing, I'll be in reading novels and books. Like I love to look for new knowledge. I know it's not fun for most people, but I like it. And another thing that I love to do for fun is play with my kids. They are very interesting human beings.
That's so amazing. That's really nice. I'm glad we share at least one thing in common. Like I love reading as well,
Oh,
but
that's good.
mostly articles online and, you know, things that would help me to better, you know, advise people on how they can grow their business, you know. So before we go, what advice do you have for our community, you know, people out of the US and people in the US who are trying to, you know, move in or regularize their stay? and how can people contact you?
Let's take the first part of the question. The advice I have for people who are looking to immigrate to the United States or those who are already here. Unless you understand legal terms or you have some sort of legal background or you have someone who has a legal background, please do not try to DUI your process. It's best to get a licensed professional to help you out, to make sure that you get all the right forms, because you can have a right form, but forms expire. People don't know that. I've had so many clients who have tried to DUI their processes. They got the right name of the form, but they didn't know the form had expired. So it's best to get a licensed professional to help you out. And then one thing I want to mention is, for those who are looking to immigrate to the United States, there are so many ways to immigrate to the United States. So you have to get a licensed professional to explore your options. There are O visas, there are F1 visas, there are B visas. So stop looking like you have to get married to somebody or before you can move here and stuff like that. But when you get to a licensed professional, they're going to put all these options on the table for you, and you're going to pick the one that is best suited for you.
That's right.
And for those who are already in the United States, most of the documents or the forms are pretty easy. You can do them online by yourself. But if you have a doubt, please do not try to do it yourself. This is your future. USCIS, when you start having problems with them, your life can become a mess. And if you're not comfortable and if you do not know your current status, it makes your life really difficult out here. So don't put yourself in that kind of predicament. There is somebody who can help you anytime. All you have to do is ask. As I always tell my kids, everything that you need is in the hands of other people. All you have to do is ask them.
Wow, this is amazing. You've poured out, very good advice, and, we really, really do appreciate this, Sandy. And thanks for joining us today. We really, really appreciate.
Thank you so much, Ivan. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
You for the work you do. I appreciate it as well. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. So today we're not only talking to an immigration lawyer, we're talking to an IT expert, because immigration and IT goes hand in hand. When you go and file in your immigration document, and then you have this kind of IT skills that is largely needed in the US, of course, they're going to give you your papers without even arguing, because they know you're going to contribute in the community. So that's the main reason why I decided to pair up Sandy to talk about immigration and Primus to talk about IT training. And today, Primus is going to be talking to us about DevOps, which is a training that it's going to be coming up soon. But thanks for joining us today again, Primus.
I appreciate the opportunity to connect here again. I'm a fan of you, a fan of the work you do. I'm really excited to be here again once more. And thanks for everyone who is joining us right now.
This is amazing. It's always good to have you, especially, coming to talk about, AWS, that is Amazon Web Service, DevOps, cloud computing. These are topics that are hot in the market today. These are things that our people should be getting into. The Indians are there in their number, the Pakistani. I love the fact that you want Cameroonians and all Africans and anybody, young person that wants to change their life, to join the conversation, learn about these things, and, be able to make a difference. But there are some people that may be watching this for the first time. Can you please tell us, who is Primus Vekuh?
Okay, Primus Vekuh is a cloud engineer and founder of Primus Learning and also Primus Cloud Solutions. So I have two of those organizations. And my main goal or my main aim is to make sure that we have as many people in IT as possible. Those who probably thought they could not join the IT field. I just want to tell those who think that they don't have an idea or they don't even know how to use the computer, that you can actually become an IT expert in just 6 months if you dedicate the time and put on the resources, and you can become an IT person in 6 months, or and you can get started and become really very effective in future as you grow in your career. So yeah, I'm all about cloud computing. I'm all about IT in general, DevOps, data engineering, and different skill sets that animate the IT field. A lot of these are the things that I do. And I love to work with people, to try to train people to get up to speed with the new technologies that are available in the market and that make life easy. So that's who I am.
That's amazing, man. You're doing such a great job. I really, appreciate what you're doing. Kudos to you. But you have a course that is coming in. You have a training that is coming in, DevOps, right?
Yes, correct. We have a DevOps course that is coming up here it starts on the 14th of May. So the 14th of May, note that date, guys. And DevOps is something that's killing it in the market right now. With things like COVID-19 that came in and disturbed or destabilized many things, and people are not able to maybe go to offices and work from offices. DevOps is a solution that's coming up, and it's making things easier because it's automating. It's all about automating things, making things to function on themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So DevOps is like a principle that is in IT, and that makes people to be able to release software faster. So it makes processes easier. It makes things really easy for those who are working in the IT field. Imagine that tasks that you used to do manually, you just need to automate them once, put them, and they can run on their own for as long as possible. So you don't need to manually go and click things around and do and manually handle them. So DevOps is all about that, and there are tools that enhance that process. And those are some of the tools that we'll be learning in the training. It's a lot of things that you'll get to discover as you join the course.
So we have a very good question from the Hot Gem. The Hot Gem is a media company that is owned by Bole Ekane. She's doing an amazing job. She's won so many awards. So she's asking, what skill sets do you need, to take DevOps, to take the course?
You just need to be able to take a course. You need in anything. You need to have an advanced levels certificate at least. So, which means you need to have had some basic training in how to, be mature in taking courses, or in taking advanced learning courses, because this is an advanced learning type of course. It's a practical training that you need some level of, rationality and intelligence to be able to get. So you need the advanced level certificate. You need any degree that you could have had. So you could have had a degree in English language. You could have had a degree in philosophy. You could have had a degree in mathematics, in anything. Well, you're welcome to join us, and trust me, you can become an expert in IT even with any skill set or any field that you may currently be in. I see a lot of people moving from nursing to IT, and yes, so this just proves that you can be anything, and definitely take the course and become a DevOps engineer.
So yeah, I've had situations where I've spoken to quite a good number of people, and they usually come and tell me like, "Oh, I watched your interviews with Primus Vekuh. It was very wonderful. I'm looking at getting into IT, but I don't want to do programming, So this is an opportunity for you to answer that question, to do DevOps, do you need to have programming skills?
You don't need to have programming skills, but you need to understand programming languages. There's a difference there. most of the things that you'll be working with will be deploying software. When we talk of deploying software, it means you have developers who build the software, who develop the code. So you don't need to be that programmer. So you have programmers who develop the code, software developers who build the code, and they commit the code to a version control environment. Some environment, there's something that's called versioning. So they commit the code to a version control environment where the DevOps teams work begin, right? And so you need to understand the language that was used to develop the application that you'll be deploying in order to be able to deploy the application. So for instance, if software is developed in Java, you need to understand what it takes to package a Java application and deploy it. That's something we'll be teaching you in the course. If an application is built using the Python programming language, you need to understand what it takes to package a Python application and build it and make it available such that people can browse it on a web browser. People can access it from the internet, right? So you need to know exactly what to do to be able to get that application to function. So that's what we'll be treating in the course. You don't need to be a Java developer. You don't need to be a Python developer, but you need to understand how that works. So we'll be teaching you exactly how to do that.
Right. And when you say deploy it, right, so it's basically like deploying an app on the iOS or the Apple Store and deploying on maybe the Google Play Store, right?
So deployment it contains many phases, right? Deployment depends on the type of thing that you're deploying. So if you are building, for instance, a 4-tier application which contains different phases, deployment would mean deploying all those parts of the application, deploying the database, deploying the front end of the application, that is that part that people interface with, where you have the user interface where you can log in and do stuff, and then deploying the servers and all of that. So it's deployment is an umbrella term that contains different things. And yes, you can be deploying as well in the Google Play Store, in iOS, and so on and so forth. So deployment contains, it's an umbrella term that contains all of those things.
So again, we come back to what the hot gem was trying to find out about, what skills do people have. So
shout out to her. She's doing an amazing job. Thank you for that question. I really appreciate it.
What can you give us, like at least some 3 or 4 IT skills that you expect people to at least understand or have before they can go into this course?
The basic things you need to understand is how to put on a laptop and to have a laptop with you. So you need to know how to put on a laptop. You need to know how to connect to a Zoom call. Those are IT skills, guys. You need to know how to join our meetings, because we'll be having meetings online through Zoom. So you need to be able to connect through to us. Such that we can begin the process. So once you have those things, knowing how to connect to Zoom, knowing how to put on a laptop, knowing how maybe to type a little bit, those skills will come with time if you've not been typing. But yeah, those are some of the basic things that you need to get started. Just the basics that everyone is really expected to know to get started. Once you join us, we'll do all the basics, the Linux basics, we'll do the IT fundamentals, we'll do, the programming fundamentals that you need. We'll do everything about the tools. You'll be hearing terms like Kubernetes. You'll be hearing terms like Docker. You'll be hearing different terms. So those are the things we'll be doing as we go with the course. But yes, they are just basic skills that you need to get started.
This is amazing. Guys, I hope you're listening. It's not very difficult. Sometimes we underestimate ourselves, and sometimes we think like it's going to be so difficult, but believe me, everything you're going to do or you're going to be learning is going to be challenging in the beginning. Why? Because you're just getting started.
Right.
Once you don't give up, once you keep going, once you keep learning, 3 months, 4 months down the road, you realize you were just being scared for nothing. It's just like most of us, we downplay our skills. We always think we're not good enough. Even when we're applying for jobs, we look at jobs that we can do, but maybe the job description or maybe the title doesn't fit what we have in our mind, and we back down and we are like, no, I can't apply for this job. Guys, apply for everything, learn how to do it, challenge yourself. We can do a lot. We can do a lot.
And I just wanted to mention, right, one thing with us is that we are not leaving you once you're trained with us. We don't let you go into the wild and begin frustrating yourself, looking for jobs and not knowing exactly what to do. We follow you through. So we follow you through resume building. We follow you through helping you get a job, how to get interviews, how to take interviews. We prepare all of those steps. We get you the references that you need. We get you everything that you need to get started. And once you get started in the job market, we don't let you go. This brings me to one of the services that we're offering in Primus Learning and Primus Cloud. These are twin organizations. We also give on-the-job help, which means, for instance, you are an AWS solutions architect, you're a software engineer, you're a data engineer, you're a DevOps engineer, and you're having difficulties at work. You know, it's hard. Maybe there's something you don't understand. Come to us. We have that particular branch of it that helps people resolve issues that they may be having at their jobs. So if it's difficult out there, if you are a solutions architect, hey, hit us, reach out to us, and we'll be able to help you. And trust me, our services are one of the best you have around.
You just took that out from my mouth. That was my next question. And you just, I don't know how come you just understood the process. And thank you for sharing that. You know, that's a big benefit to anyone who wants to work with Primus Learning. You know, they have this membership or privilege to contact you for different services, like, you know, helping you with job-related, helping them with job-related issue. And this is wonderful. You know, sometimes we feel like being at a job, we have to know it all. You don't have to know it all. Nobody knows it all. We learn as we go, you know, despite the fact that technology changes every day. But it's also a good thing because your brain also has to keep working in order to catch up.
Right. Absolutely. You're right.
Everything in life is trends. Trends come and trends go. So I know sometimes people will say, oh, I don't want to get into IT because I have to keep learning. As long as you're alive, you have to keep learning.
You have to keep learning. That's what it takes to keep your job. That's what it takes to grow. Career growth comes with learning. If you are not learning, there's no way you will grow. Even whatever type of job, right? Whatever thing you're doing, if you don't keep improving on yourself, trust me, you remain at one level without growth, and that's not ideal for anyone. So if you're looking at career growth, if you're looking at opportunities in different areas, it's available. The internet has provided us the opportunity to really learn anything at any time. You can basically learn anything and become anything at any time with all that technology has done, with all the resources that we have available. Yeah, so learning is a continuous process.
Guys, and learning doesn't mean you have to learn only by going to the expensive universities and all of that. If you have an accredited degree already, or like you're from University of Boya, you already have, take for example, a bachelor's degree. What you need now is a good certification to reinforce that degree, a good certification like what Primus is offering.
So that's a good point you're making there. Most of those who come to us are people who graduate with either a degree in computer science, a degree in information technology, or IT-related courses from serious major universities in the US, for instance. Mm-hmm. So you don't just get up and get a degree and then you are in the market. What happens in universities is more theoretical. So once you're done with it, if you want to get started at entry level and you are in some of these major universities, yeah, you can look to start with places like Amazon and so on and so forth. But once you're not able to get in there, they need some level of experience, some level of practicals. That's exactly what we give you. We help you to be certified. We help you to get those practical skills, practical hands-on experience that they'll be asking you at the jobs. So most of those who graduate come to us to get the practical part. And this is exactly what is needed in the market. They will ask you, what are you able to do? They will not ask you the theories. They'll ask you, what are you able to do? What have you done? What solution can you build? And those solutions are exactly what will be teaching you how to get them done.
That's wonderful. And just to add on that, even you get in, you know, in a job and you're at the entry level, you still need to go up. You still need to climb the ladder. So you still need to contact Primus Learning. You still need to contact any training or hands-on training services of your choice in order to get those skills that will, you know, give you that possibilities to climb up the ladder. We've talked a lot about this in our previous conversation with Primus. You can go and watch that again. But Primus, before we go, can you please tell us about the DevOps training that is coming up, when it's going to come up, how long it's going to be, how long the training is going to be, and, you know, any related information that you think might be helpful for our audience?
All right, the DevOps training is coming up here. Registration is on. Just WhatsApp me and we'll get you started. It's beginning on the 14th of May, and it will be 3 months to 4 months long. So between 3 and 4 months, we'll get you what you need to be a DevOps engineer. To get started or to prepare to get started, all you need is a laptop and internet connectivity. No matter where you are, you can learn with us. So we provide services for those in the US and those in any part of the world. I currently have students from Cameroon, from Dubai, from Estonia, and from different parts of the world. So guys, don't be limited by where you are, by your location. You can actually get a DevOps job and do it remotely from wherever you are. We have people who are DevOps engineers who are working from Douala, Cameroon. We have people who are working from Pakistan. We have people who are working from India and offshore places. So there are a lot of opportunities out there. We have a partnership that we're working on with another company that's partnering with Amazon Web Services, and we will be bringing that up in a moment here. So those who are training with us, those who have skill sets in DevOps and AWS, we have a package that's coming your way. And so guys, reach out and let's get you started.
Thank you so much, Primus. I know we can go on and on and on, but you know, we keep bringing you back to come and share some of this brilliant information with us. Thank you so much. This has been wonderful. Keep doing what you're doing, my brother.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the platform. You're doing a wonderful job. You're everywhere. I'm like, how does he even do it? So, hey guys, if you're watching and if you are somewhere and you have a business and you want to promote it, come right here, IWing Marketplace. This guy is doing amazing. After this, I know so many people will be hitting me just through the work he's doing. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
It's a pleasure, man. Have a nice weekend and keep up the good work.